One thing that is highly probable to occur on your journey to cracking $1 million months or adding that next million month is that you are gonna have a funnel that stalls or stops working. In this video, we're gonna cover all the short-term solutions that you can immediately start to turn around and test in order to solve that problem and get the revenue cracking again. My name is Jeremy Haynes. All we talk about around here is cracking $1 million months, whether it's the first million month or the next million month, we got you. We do not in any way, shape, or form make any income claims. There are no, in any way, shape, or form, earning potential that you have from watching a fucking YouTube video. All we're doing around here is handing down lessons from people that have been there, done that, and passing them down to you. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, they claim that there's a 0.1% probability of ever cracking $10 million a year, let alone the even smaller probability you ever crack $1 million months. There's no earnings claims, there's no earning potential. We're just sitting here yapping about shit that works. All right, so let's jump into it. First things first, you had a funnel that was working, it's no longer working. It could be something as simple as just needing to repeat successful actions. This is actually a very common issue that occurs. Repeating success is usually something that's easy to steer clear from because you deterred too many steps away from what was originally working. If you're on a path as an example and you take one simple left and you forget that you took that left and that left turn led you into a bad place, it's literally as simple as just turning right back around and then taking a different direction again. Instead, what most people choose to do is they decide to take another left and then another left and then another left and then another left and then maybe a right and then another left, and all of a sudden they're way the fuck off from where they were. They have no idea where they originally were at, where they were originally getting all the success from, and everything just ends up fucked because of that logic. Every time you take an action, you gotta be mindful of whether it's something that actually worked or not, so if it didn't work, you can undo it, okay? Getting back to the baseline is one of the most important things that you can initially consider when trying to crack $1 million months and you start to see some cracks in the wall. You understand? You need to just take one step backwards, try to originate the success again of whatever actions were working prior, even if they weren't the best. Let's use the example you were at a 2x ROAS. You tried to take an action to improve it. It lowers your ROAS down to like a 1.3. It should be as simple as you fucking stop taking that action that took you down to a 1.3 and go back to the action that was making you 2. And then you take a new action when you're back at 2 again to try to get it to go up higher. Instead, just to give you a literal example that I'm saying, you were at the 2 ROAS, you took an action, it lowered to 1.3. Instead of undoing that action, you take another action, now you're down to 1.2. You take another action, now you're down to 1.1, and you're like, what the fuck was I originally doing that was doing it too? You see? This is one perspective that you want to maintain if you're going through this right now. Sometimes it's genuinely as simple as that. Here's the other thing that you need to do. We have entire videos on my channel dedicated to this exact topic. We call it Bottleneck Analysis. So whenever somebody hits me up and they say,
hey man, I'm having a hard time. I was getting success and all of a sudden I'm not having success. Like, what do I do?
I just ask them. I'm like, well, what's the bottleneck analysis? Like, shoot me over the stats, okay? And people really fuck this up. It's literally this simple. If something was working and it no longer is working in the context of paid ads or marketing or scaled sales lessons, it's because a specific statistic within the process is currently contracted. It's not random, dude. There's a specific statistic, one stat, or maybe a combination of a few stats that are shaved off a couple points that are currently fucking you. Not to turn this entire video into a bottleneck analysis, but let me just give you an example in the context of paid ads. You would do something like check your CPMs. You would then check your link click-through rate, and you would see if that's getting cooked. As an example of this, by the way, right now, just in these two statistics alone, there's currently a glitch happening where you'll get infinite bot traffic to start hitting your page. Nothing will convert. Your link click-through rate will be through the fucking roof and your CPMs will be like single digits. Okay, that's not normal. That shows that there's a glitch. By the way, I can't believe I'm even telling you this for free on YouTube, but the way you would solve that is to ideally exclude Reels as a placement. But you know, that's one of the many paid things that we try to keep for the people who pay us, but nonetheless, I'll give it to you here. Okay, CPMs, link click-through rate. Let's use the example, you're running a call funnel. You maybe have an opt-in page. Hopefully you don't, because if you watch my channel, you know that we fucking hate opt-in pages, especially for rich people. It's an unnecessary point of friction, unless you're attempting to actively add friction for exclusivity, but that's a different lesson that we covered in another video on this channel. Okay, CPMs, link click-through rate, the opt-in rate. Then you would look at things like the application rate. You would look at the application completion rate to how many of those people then go and schedule a call. You then have things like your show rate. You have your close rate. Or if you're doing a 2-call close, you'd have your 2nd call show rate, your 2nd call booking rate, etc. You'd have your close rate, you'd have the AOV. Okay, so just as an example, in a single call funnel, you likely have some stats that look like this. Now, are there stats that make up some of these stats that you could also track. Yeah, but you don't need to be that detailed when you're doing a bottleneck analysis. You only want to be that detailed when one of the stats is specifically fucked up. So let me give you a great example of this. Let's say my application rate all of a sudden chopped in half. Let's say I'm using a tool like Typeform that gives me the opportunity to see the summary analytics for each individual question's drop-off rate. Let's use the example that one of those specific questions has the higher drop-off rate now. That's really simple to solve for, dude. All I'm gonna do in that example is just change that question up. That's where the bottleneck was. I don't give a fuck about the question-by-question drop-off rate until my application rate is the bottleneck. You understand? I don't give a fuck about the play rate on the video or the engagement rate on the video until the problem is my page. You understand? I like my stats to be good, and I know that when my stats can be better, I want to be testing to make them better. But again, in the context of the bottleneck analysis, all the smaller stats don't mean anything unless that specific bigger stat is what is fucked and choked. You get what I'm saying? Okay, back to my point. Once you do a basic bottleneck analysis and you compare it to the stats when you were successful versus the stats when you are now experiencing the problems, you're gonna see a difference every single time. It's never random. Again, there is never an instance where your stats get worse and these stats are all the exact same as when things were good. That's never the case. So here's what you then do. You take your attention and you're gonna laser focus it on the specific stat that is fucked. You understand? So as an example, let's say that your link click-through rate is all of a sudden cooked. No problem. You're gonna go follow the Andromeda best practices. You're gonna follow messaging best practices. You're gonna use some amplifiers inside of your messaging, like maybe pain as an example, and you're gonna come up with some fresh creatives. Maybe it's something as simple as you're dealing with ad fatigue and you just need to deploy ad fatigue protocol. The point I'm trying to make is whichever stat is specifically fucked up, all you gotta do is just take your attention, concentrate it on that stat, and open it up. Test that specific area exclusively, okay? Where most people really take the wrong action is when they just say,
Oh my God, my stats are all of a sudden fucked up.
they get all anxious and reactive, and they just start doing random shit in an uncalculated way. That's how you end up in that first scenario that I broke down for you, where you take a bunch of random actions that lead you way far away from what was originally working, and you also take actions that you didn't even need to fucking take. The bottleneck analysis reveals to you to the fucking T what needs to be improved upon, and that is all that deserves to have an action taken. I will give you a slightly more complex scenario though, just to appease your interest and to also reveal to you that yeah, things can sometimes be more complex than that. Here it is. Sometimes all your stats get fucked at once, right? And sometimes rather than just one specific stat, every stat when you do a bottleneck analysis looks worse. What do you do then, right? Generally, who you attract can change every stat, okay? So let me write this down. Who you attract can determine every stat. Okay, so let me be clear on this. Let's use the example I'm selling hyperbaric chambers that are like $50,000 to $80,000 a pop, okay? And I'm using something like a lead form on Facebook, an AI tool, plus one of those blue sending text services. I'm getting my AI bot to talk to people via text message, warm people up, and then three-way group chat intro them to me, the owner. And then I start the process of selling that fucker after they're already teed up and had some of their questions answered. And everything's going swimmingly well. I'm making a fuckload of money. I'm selling the shit out of some hyperbaric chambers, and again, we're rocking and rolling. Then all of a sudden, every stat at once gets nuked. My cost per lead flies. My CPM goes through the roof. The quality of lead dramatically drops, so therefore my connection rate drops. The quantity of people getting handed off from my AI setter to me in those group chats drops off. Every single stat beyond that drops off. Obviously, the connection rate, the response rate, show rates, close rates, AOVs, fuckload more people who do buy or doing payment plans. When something like that occurs, this is very important you understand this. You likely all of a sudden are in the wrong pocket of people. We have an incredible video on my channel as it relates to some meta Andromeda best practices, where we essentially go in depth on the concept of messaging. And I talk about it like oil fields or like aquifers under the ground. I describe it like when you have a specific pocket audience that's working really well, you're gonna exploit it until it's no longer there to exploit. There are oil fields where it's technically a non-renewable resource, where once that pocket of oil is gone, it's gone. It's not gonna replenish. Whereas an aquifer, if you drill a well or an extraction mechanism into an aquifer, and the aquifer has a spring that's feeding it, you can extract at the pace that the aquifer is replenishing. So as an example, sometimes you have a really good pocket audience of people that is technically still filling up with new people every day. But as you scale more and more and more, you're actually going to diminish the overall supply of who's available in that audience to extract. And as a result of that, you eventually also milk the aquifer dry. The spring water only has so much that it replenishes per day, and your rate of taking out water, aka removing people from the market in this metaphor, is too fast. And so you have to learn from a messaging perspective when you have milked an audience dry, and whether it's replenishing itself and therefore you can maintain it at a certain level of spend for your extraction efforts, or whether you're going to have to abandon it completely and go to something new. Both scenarios are feasible, and both scenarios can actively happen when all of a sudden every single fucking stat nukes. That's generally the clearest sign that you can look for that you have run out of a specific audience type that a current set of messaging and funnels were converting well. And so in that scenario, the if this then that logic that you must deploy is you must deploy new messaging. In some instances, you don't necessarily have to change the messaging. You can deploy a new funnel type or conversion mechanism. So let's use the example. You've been milking the fuck out of a call funnel at scale for a while now. You finally grew some thicker nuts and you've been scaling the shit out of it, and things have been going well for a while. And then bang, all of a sudden, everything's cooked. You're getting nothing from it. Everything starts to just go wrong. In that example, you have to test new messaging, or you could test, instead of a call funnel, maybe do a webinar funnel, maybe introduce a challenge funnel, maybe start testing low ticket to high ticket. Every funnel generally has a ceiling. Every set of messaging generally has a ceiling. So when all your stats get cooked at one time, ideally you just look at those two scenarios for what you can specifically attack. You understand this? It's pretty simple. Of course, per usual, there's a tremendous amount more I could sit here and yap at you about when it comes to improving the performance of a specific funnel when things stop working. But I always tell you, I withhold a good 80 to 90% of what I could otherwise sit here and talk to you about for all my paid programs. Check out Jeremy's Inner Circle. It's down in the description. You can also check out my Master Internet Marketing course. Jeremy's Inner Circle is perfect for rich people trying to get a fuckload richer. Master Internet Marketing is an incredible program under our education company where we put you or your staff through 7 weeks of extensive training on all technical and tactical and strategies related to digital marketing. There's also a lot of great tools and softwares we cover in there. Whichever one's better for you, I'd encourage you to actually take the action. My channel's full of videos that'll help you earn a little bit of house money to get to the point where you can pay for one of my paid offers with some of the money that you go out there and hopefully earn based on what you can do with all the free stuff I've put out. I can't stress enough, and this is very important you understand this, there's so much more to this, but this should still help you with your problems to be able to overcome it and give you more than enough to do to turn this shit around and get your momentum back. Remember, momentum is a universal law. It's as real as gravity. Gravity, if I chose to step off the edge of that balcony right now, which way am I going? Am I gonna go up? Am I gonna go sideways, or am I gonna go down, right? As obvious as that answer is, a lot of you guys treat momentum like it's not just as real. Momentum is an incredible force where you actively have to try to fuck it up in order for it to start to play against you. And when it starts to play against you, may God help you, because you are gonna have to stop that force and stop it accumulating more power as it goes. You wanna keep momentum in your favor, okay? When these kind of things crop up, do not be tolerable of it. You need to attack these kind of things aggressively. Don't sit around and just wait and hope it gets better. That is the worst case scenario. I'll leave you with this one last tip, okay? Hope is not a strategy, okay? Hope is not a strategy. You will be absolutely fucked if you just sit on your hands here and just wait and act like things are all of a sudden gonna improve. If circumstances are as bad as they are for you to seek a video out like this, or maybe you're just sitting here trying to be smart and prepare for if situations happen like this, I sure hope that you don't deploy hope as the tactic. You understand? All right, go out there and get richer. Talk soon.